We are at the edge of Boulevard Gardens, and this is a housing complex that was built at the tail end of the Great Depression, and it was built for low-income housing, but it's anything but that now. I'm here to talk to you about INFJ personality type, social anxiety, and the art of strangers, and how all that stuff kind of ties in together. Okay, so INFJs, first let me start off with the MBTI. MBTI stands for Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, and it was created by a mother and daughter pair in the 20s, 30s, and then during World War II it was actually codified into a psychometric measurement personality type. And it all came from Carl Jung's psychological types. Now the INFJ is the world's rarest personality type. It's only comprised of 1 to 2% of the world's population. I personally am an INFJ, and I've only recently discovered this in the past 6 months to a year. And I gotta tell you, it's really opened up my eyes as to why I am the way I am, and why I'm always thinking about certain things. So let me just explain a little bit. The INFJ's dominant function is introverted intuition. This is like the conceptual analyzing of ideas and big picture thinking in ways of orienting towards the world. And that is how the INFJs primarily relate to the world, is through their introverted intuition. And the second function is the extroverted feeling, which seeks to create harmony and peace between people, family, and so yeah. And the third function is called the tertiary function, and for the INFJ, that tertiary function is introverted thinking. So now you can see the first and the third functions of the INFJ are introverted. And so introverted thinking usually backs up all the things that that backs up all the ideas and intuitions and concepts from the dominant function. And the last and least dominant, their least effective, weakest function for the INFJ would be extroverted sensing, which is the details of the everyday life, your surroundings, being aware of your surroundings. For the INFJ, this is the weakest point because we mostly live in our heads. That's how we come up with, that's how we make sense of everything, is through our intuition. And so over time, throughout the years, we develop more and more of our tertiary and our weak functions in order to better function in the world, I guess. And so that brings me to social anxiety. So I have social anxiety, and a lot of people don't think that, because I can be really extroverted, and actually INFJs are considered the most extroverted out of all the introverted personality types. I think there's only 6 introverted types, but I could be wrong. And yeah, social anxiety is just a result of a lot of things in my life, that neuroses, family gaslighting. Yeah, I've been through that. And I guess like being an INFJ, it correlates a little bit with social anxiety. Sometimes I feel like I don't really have it. I feel like it's just my personality, but I noticed that, extraneous noise, traffic, loud construction, horns beeping are really distracting for an INFJ, and we don't like it, basically. So yeah, I've been living with social anxiety for for a while, and when people tell you that they suffer from social anxiety, it's not something you should take lightly, because it really kind of creates a pattern in their lives that they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and it's not easy, because we have to be outside, we have to deal with people. And so that brings me to, what does that bring me to? INFJ, social anxiety, and you just heard a Harley pass. It's a beautiful sound. Anyways, the power and the art of strangers. The art of strangers. So INFJs are really good at reading people. Actually, that's the most important thing you should take away from this, is that we're always reading emotional temperatures of people. We're always evaluating, collecting, and analyzing data, rejecting old patterns that no longer work for us, and using new information to build new ways of seeing the world. And I swear that my gift is that whenever I meet someone, I can usually, just within a few minutes or even a few seconds of meeting them, I can tell how they might be feeling and how they might be battling inner demons, or how they might not say what they feel or feel what they say. And if I had $1 for every time someone told me, "How did you know that?" Or, "Oh, I never told anyone this before, but I feel comfortable telling you," it's because the INFJs create this mirror image where it's like you can be yourself with an INFJ, and it's almost like I am allowing your higher self to come forth in our interactions. And so I think to me, that's a blessing. But there's certain things about INFJs that other people can take advantage of, because they offer so much of themselves, and their default is to be with people because they have extroverted feeling. And this can cause a lot of one-sided relationships to form, which can be troubling, because INFJs, they really seek deep, meaningful connections with people. And as a Gemini, also, intellectual stimulation is very important for me, and it's something that I haven't really met anybody. Ooh, it's cold. I might wrap this up soon. But yeah, that's the most important thing you should take from this, is that we're super intuitive, and it's really our intuition. Anyways, I hope to make more videos about these topics, probably when it's not as cold.